Hi familia, welcome back to Love from the Kitchen. Today we are going to make migas, but we are going to make it in a wok because it's just easier. And we're going to use some eggs and some chorizo and some tortillas and some avocado and some green salsa. Yay! So normally migas is fried pieces of tortillas. You cut them up into strips, you fry them, and then you add some scrambled egg to it, and that's essentially a little salt and pepper. Essentially, you'll end up with migas. Today, we're going to add a little to it with the chorizo and a little bit of the avocado and salsa. So I'm not promoting this really. It's like not paid promotion or anything, but we do like Herdez. They make some really good different salsas, especially the green ones. So we need to get our wok heated up and ready to go. So I'm going to put that on. I'm going to turn the burner on, and as I've said in many videos in the past, it takes about 5 to 7 minutes to warm up the wok. Now we're going to add more oil. This is probably about, yeah, maybe half a cup of oil. And the reason is we've got to fry these. So I'm going to take them out. This bag has not even been opened yet. I love these bags with the Ziploc. I like the super soft tortillas. These are larger ones, but they're good for so many things at that size. And we'll just get a cutting board here. Put the chorizo over here. I'm going to try and do this, hopefully, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Because of the size of these, I think I'm only going to do three tortillas, okay? And we're going to cut them in strips. Let's move this handle out of the way. And we get our little knife over here. And we're just going to cut this into some strips. Make a little, kind of little squares. Now the best way actually to have done this, as with any circle, cut it in the middle and then cut outwards. But I did not do that. I was just lucky guess. So now we're going to cut crosswise. See, these are shorter than the ones in the middle, so we're going to do them separate. And we're going to cut these like this, and like this, and see if we can get 3. Don't want them too big. I'd say about 1-inch squares. Okay. And these are going to be about like that, and about like that, about like that. There you go. So there's our tortillas. Okay, we're going to put those aside so we can do some other stuff. Matter of fact, we're going to put those in a little bowl over here. Sorry you can't see everything I'm doing, but right now I'm just putting the tortilla pieces in a bowl. Okay, and put those aside. We're going to fry those first, and then after those are fried, we're going to use some chorizo. Now, I'm not going to use a lot of chorizo. This is beef chorizo. It came in bulk, actually. Got this at Smart and Final. It's a pretty good price on a bag with, I think there was 4 chorizos in there. Looks like that. Hopefully you can see that. There you go. So I'm just going to use a little for this, and then we'll wrap it up, put it in the fridge, and save it to make chorizo and eggs later, or chorizo and egg burritos or something. So we want to use about, normally I would use about this much with 6 eggs. We're only going to do about 3 eggs. I just mostly want the flavor. So there it is. We're going to use that. I'm going to put that in a bowl until we're ready to cook with it, okay? And then this one is messy. This one I want to find a bag for. Stay with me just a moment. I like these wireless USB microphones. They work really good. And they have a pretty good range on them. So here's a gallon-sized bag. Okay, the freezer bag. I'm just going to put that chorizo in there like that. Going to roll it up to get the air out of it. Then we'll zip it. Okay. Oh, I feel the heat coming off that wok, so it's getting warm. And then we're going to take 3 eggs. And what do I always say about having a little trash bucket? So we're going to take 3 eggs. Let me wipe this off. I don't really need it at this point, but we'll just use it for a countertop. And we're going to crack 3 eggs. It's going to leave us 1. So there's 1. Are you able to crack an egg one hand? Hit it on a flat surface. Don't hit it on a sharp edge. And then just pull it apart with your thumb and your index finger. And hold the back shell with these fingers and just spread your fingers apart. Okay, let's do that one more time. So you crack it on a flat surface. I'm going to put my finger and my thumb on the top half and just pull it apart. And look, there's no shells. There's no shells in there if you hit it on a flat surface. If you hit it on a sharp surface, you'll knock shells into it. And then when you dump it into the bowl, you'll get little flakes of shells in your bowl. So that's the trick. Now we're not going to add anything to these eggs. We're just going to whip them up and get them ready. Like that. And then we're going to put this 1 egg back in the refrigerator. And we're going to get rid of this bowl and our avocado. Different things you can do with that. How about if we just take it here. Let's clean up our mess, clean as you go. And then we get a sharp knife. Like this, fairly sharp. These are called bacon avocados. They don't taste like bacon. Actually, to me, it tastes a little bit minerally. And the skin is very thin on these avocados. And they're very moist. See the moisture? They have a lot of moisture in them. They don't cut up as good as a Haas or other varieties. They're more delicate, I guess you could say. So we're just going to get a little, sorry it's not looking clean, but that's because the meat, the flesh of the avocado is so tender and so moist. See the reflection? Okay. And we'll save that for another project. So we'll put this on our dish. We don't need this anymore. And we don't need this anymore. But I think our tortillas and shells are nice and warm. I went to sleep. Hopefully it's still recording. Okay. Now, it's been about 10 minutes. We should be able to put these tortilla chips in here. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to use tongs for these. We're going to fry those up. Now you want these crispy. You don't want them soft. That's how migas are normally done. You can cook them how you want. But traditionally speaking, migas are done to a crisp. Kind of like tortilla chips. So it would be offensive to traditional Mexican cooks. But if you wanted to use tortilla chips, I guess you kind of could in a pinch. You didn't want to fry all that. But you get a lot of salt from the tortilla chips in there, and that's not the greatest thing. So we're going to fry these up crispy. Also, migas, if you look it up on Google, migas originated in Spain and Portugal, served with a fried bread, not tortillas, and a different kind of meat. So Mexican versions of, they still call it migas, but it's a spin-off. Mexico's own version of what it should be. And this is a really good one. Now, chilaquiles, for example, are tortilla chips cooked in salsa. And then you put a couple eggs on top. This is homemade tortilla chips, fried in oil with scrambled egg mixed in. They're starting to get a little crunch to them. I can hear them. They sound kind of have that chip sound to them. Let's see if I can get the microphone closer. I don't know. I've tried that with a microphone before, and it didn't really pick up good. These microphones work really well for filtering out background noise, or if you're recording and you get a really loud noise, it might catch the beginning of it, but then it blocks it. And that's a pretty good feature in a very inexpensive microphone. So I recommend these. They were on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. Again, there's no affiliate or anything like that. I don't get any credit for it, but it's such a good product. I would fully share the information so someone else could take advantage of it as well. This thing has been a game changer with using a cell phone for recording voice. So these have been cooking about 5 minutes. Most of the recipes I've seen on these say to cook the chips about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, I'm going to let those sit a little bit, let them toast up, and then we're going to put them in another bowl. And this bowl will be a little bigger than the one I had because I want to, well, it's not good. I'll put them back in this bowl. I had a thought, and sometimes I change my mind on the fly. So the thought was initially to kind of pat these dry, let them drain a little bit. But honestly, with everything else we're cooking, it's not going to matter that much. All right, these are crunchy. You can hear the one thing I want to do though is not reuse all that oil. The Sia wok, it's not just for Chinese food, especially these iron ones. You can cook so many things in these that you need to fry, and you can use it without really hardly any oil if they're seasoned properly. It'd be like almost like a non-stick pan. So there's our chips. I'll put those to the side. We need to pour out this oil. So what I generally just use is a coffee cup and let the oil cool in there. Notice the wok has a little pour spout. I'm going to do this over the sink just in case there's any spillage. Oh, just one little drop came off of there. Sure, wipe that up. Okay, now, if the pan's still hot, we're going to add the chorizo. Yes. So we just squeeze it out of this plastic. Put it up here on the side. Pinch it out. There we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Oop, oop, lot of splatter, lot of splatter. Need to get my lid. There we go. Okay. Now the chorizo, we want to turn the heat down a little bit. You can also use a splatter screen. I just don't have one real handy. Oh, yeah. A hot pan, that oil. There we go. Yeah, see, good thing you use that. When you first put it in, once it starts melting, it calms down. We just want to get a cook on that. I'll put that back over there. Now, we want to add these back in. Because we want to get them coated with that flavor. There we go. And then, once we've done that, now we're going to put the egg in here like that. This pan is kind of hot, so I'm going to keep that egg stirring. Don't let it, let's keep that wiped off. Chorizo's a little messy to work with. Okay, I'm going to stir this up. It's going to be yummy. This is migas con chorizo in a wok. Now, some people like their eggs really cooked. As far as they're done, but people like different donenesses. And we are going to put this plate here. That over there. Now, just so you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to take a little bit of avocado, that, oops, that, take a little bit of roasted chili verde salsa, just to give a little acidic flavor. Oops. And then, if you want, you could add a lime to it. There it is. Migas con chorizo with avocado. Yum. That's what's for lunch. Thanks for joining us today. Please be sure to give us a like and a subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you soon on the next video. Have a blessed day.